there was some guy who basically said that because you picked this place now, you pay this entire amount. And he said that. I mean, I'm okay with it. But he said, ये इतना महंगा जगह तुमने pick किया है. अब तुम भरो पैसा. I am all for equality, but I just think say it in a nicer way. I just didn't like the way it was communicated.
For all film-related interviews, reviews, and content, please like and subscribe to Puja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Lovely to meet you, Masaba and Ritwik. We meet again. So as Masaba, we were talking, I last met Ritwik. So I had somebody from office who's his fangirl who insisted on asking him questions. So Ritwik, I want to ask you, how is the fan club going? Yeah, you seem to be a swipe right on every woman. Yeah. She agrees, Masaba.
Oh my God. Oh God. Just for people who are watching this before the interview started, this is exactly what the two of them were doing to me even then, and they're doing this now. Oh God, okay.
True. He's the new like, how do I say this? Some example, I'll think of it, but Ritwik, you finish first.
You know, there was
term
popular in the 80s called chocolate boy.
Chocolate boy. Yeah. That's the one.
What does it exactly mean?
I don't know. They used to call Amit chocolate boy, and I used to wonder कि chocolate वाले cubes कुछ होंगे face पर and all. ऐसा नहीं है. Chocolate boy मुझे भी नहीं पता चला what it means.
It's like he's the new like cute chocolate boy, like you know.
But why chocolate? Can't it be cookie boy?
Huh? Why can't he be cutie boy?
No, cookie boy. Why chocolate?
No, cookie is a bit cheesy, you know. So he's like, the thing is because he's like homely, right? You feel like ghar jaake he must be eating his dal chawal, like homely. That's the catch. I figured it out. It's taken me this long. I figured it out now.
Homely to home.
Dal chawal to nahi.
He's the gharilu boy. The gharilu boy.
I love how the two of you are discussing me without any contribution from me.
Please tell us, Ritwik.
Please tell us how.
No, I have no. I just want to answer. I just want to answer that I don't know about fan clubs, but I just know that I'm receiving a lot of love, and I have been from the time my first show was released, and I'm really, really, really just grateful. And I cannot make eye contact with you guys right now because you all don't want me to say these things, and you all want me to say something else. But this is what it is, and I'm actually receiving a lot of love, and yeah, that's that. I'm very happy.
Masaba. But I want to ask you, I mean, why were you not acting, Masaba, all this while? ये अपना career क्यों? Up, you know, they say na suddenly you realize that this is your passion, actual true passion.
No. My actual true passion is design, but this is also my passion, like true hard love for it. But you know, I'm very happy Puja wasn't acting before, because if I was acting when I really wanted to act, which was when I was 14 or 15 years old, and I saw my mother become what she became after SARS and everything, and I would spend a lot of time on her set, right? I would sit and do my homework there. So I've spent a large chunk of my childhood on a set. And I just think that I wanted to be an actor for the wrong reasons then. I wanted to be an actor to be famous, to be popular, to be... You know, because I love the glamour of it so much. I love the idea of like, oh my God, you have an entourage and this and that. So the intent was never, I would say, honest, you know, back then. Today, it's much more honest because one, it's fallen into my lap in a very, very organic way. And at the same time, I'm getting to do what I want to do. I'm not like being put into this box of like, you know, hot, dark chick who's out to ruin someone's marriage, you know, or like vampy or, you know, like somebody from like Delhi who's really chic and studied abroad. I'm getting to be a girl from Thane who moved to Bandra, and I'm also getting to be various other things. The auditions I've done in the past before this, which I never landed up doing. There's so much different stuff coming in, and I'm glad that people are being able to view me as various things and not just where I come from, because there's also so much baggage, right? There's so much history with me. It's not like it's a clean slate. So I'm happy that at least that happened, and I'm very happily doing it now without tension. Like it's joy when I go onto a set now. So,
I could see that ease in your character also, and I could actually relate to a character because it could be me. You know, मेरा आज तक कोई swipe right नहीं हुआ, मेरा सब swipe left हो रहा है. Because I think when you're a little older, you become a little more, I don't know, they say sometimes you become cynical, you're a little more choosier, you know what you want, you know.
No, but even Saiba's character in this is she's kind of picky, right? In the sense she's not picky, but she's speaking her mind. She knows, you know, in all the conversations with Parth as well, she's kind of just saying it like it is, you know, and it's her inner voice just saying it like it is. Earlier, I think when you're younger, you just kind of are like, I'll be like this, I'll dress like this, I'll say this because I want to impress the person. I think now it's about, yaar, ho gaya na. I've lived my 20s and now I want to be myself and I want somebody who will take me for who I am. So I guess, yeah.
And Ritwik, you tell me, since you are a swipe right for what was from 13 to 35 तक तो मैंने सुन लिया, उससे भी आगे ही होगा, मगर
55 also,
55 also, my lord. So, well, I can hear, वो कहते हैं ना cougars, एक cougar romance भी करवा देंगे. Actually, older woman, younger man, perfect. तो आप बताओ, are you anything like Parth? और आपको वैसे असल जिंदगी में और जैसे on screen also, you actually don't like dating apps. Why so?
I don't know about liking or not liking. I just don't have any experience on it. I've not been on one, and I've not wanted to be on one so far. So, वही है.
आ जाते हैं.
I just feel like कि मिल जाते लोग तो यूं ही मिल जाते हैं आते जाते चलते फिरते बंद कमरों में मत रहा करो थोड़ा वॉक्स लिया करो कोई ना कोई मिल ही जाएगा
चलो मसाबा वॉक्स लेंगे अब हम
Nana Nani Park it is.
No, having said that, I've taken many a walks still single so
okay ladies he's announced he's still single. Go ahead.
The internet is on fire, guys, as we speak.
I know. Ritwik Bhowmikk is still single, ladies.
There you go. You have 3 options for your thumbnails now.
We will come to that later. Magar bata, are you anything like Parth and also your experience with dating apps? Yeah.
I think if Dhruv and I had a baby, it would be like Parth. That's
when you have a baby.
Yeah, if Dhruv and I had a baby, it would be like Parth because I feel like Parth speaks Dhruv's language and has got my body. So it's quite our child like that. But because it is being played by me, of course, there are similarities. But no, there are many things that I do not agree with Parth. I don't think
what is the one thing that you don't agree with?
I don't sit during my lunch hours and think about taking bribes from people. I don't. That is not to me. I genuinely don't. And there are many more things that I have probably decided in life not to do, which is probably more centered and more serious than just rubber pass karna. There are much more to it. So there are differences between Parth and I. But the similarity is that I vibe with him. I totally understand where he comes from, and why he's trying to say what he's saying. And I also do believe in a lot of things that he believes in, minus, of course, a lot of shaky morals. But yeah, Dhruv and Ritwik's baby Parth. So yeah, there's a little bit of me and a little bit of Dhruv.
And there's also a third angle in this story, na misal. Kitna misal khaya tha? Because misal actually is the kitna misal khaya tha? Because I was like, misal is the hero or what?
मिसल बहुत ज्यादा खा लिया था मैं पता ही इस बारे में बात करते वक्त ही मैं पेट पकड़ लेता हूँ अपना it just gives me traumatizing memories actually it was beautiful it tasted yum it's just we were overloaded because हर कट के बाद फिर से वही करना पड़ रहा था you eat exactly how much you've eaten to match continuity and stuff so it was a little spicy but it wasn't life threatening thank God
for that but interesting Masaba what was your reason when they came to you because of course we've all seen Modern Love New York and the city has a vibe, and as I say, Mumbai and New York are very similar. Either it'll embrace you or reject you, and it's always it's a city which just lets you be. And I mean, either you love it or you hate it. But it's interesting how the way the story has been, told here. I mean, in this context, and finding love in the most hopeless of situations. I mean, and in impossible places. So, what was it like when it came to you? What appealed to you about Saiba?
The biggest thing that appealed to me was that she was so hopeful as an individual in a city where, it's very easy for you to feel, it's very easy for you to feel powerful and it's very easy to also feel dejected and completely, run to the ground. I just think that, and you know, the one thing about both these cities is that I don't think that anyone has the time to empathize with you.
True.
You know,
True.
nobody has the time. You can't go and give your sob story to anyone because everyone's going through their own level of shit. You know, I think with Saiba, I love that she was this bright-eyed, hardworking woman who insisted that, you know what, even if I had a couple of bad dates, couple of shady men, I'm still going to start the process all over again the next day. I think it takes a lot of courage. I think it takes a beating on your self-esteem to be ghosted and, you know, to be told that tumhe acha lagta hai akele sona, you know, that scene with Prateek.
Yeah.
And I think that just to be able to, you know, still get up the next day, put on that gajra in her hair and then set off and start again. I think that to me was something that really appealed as well. And I feel like also we're so different in so many ways. I was like, I wonder what she's like. And I really wanted to get into her skin.
I get that. I got that. But I could relate to her also at many levels. And though I might not be like that, not very bright and hopeful about situations at times. But Ritwik, you tell me, as you said, Parth is not like you. So what appealed to you when he came to you? What was the process? How did you get under the skin of his character?
I just genuinely just blindly trusted Dhruv. I was on a phone call with him, and he just explained to me what he wanted to make, how he sees Parth. And towards the end of this conversation, somewhere he said, "Just remember Rahul Dravid." And I was sold.
Yes. Oh yes.
I was sold. I was like, yes, I want to, because I'm a huge fan of Rahul Dravid. I love the way, I mean, he's a fantastic sportsman, but I just love the way he presents himself, you know, the way he speaks, his demeanor, you know. Even if you would click him, there is something very peaceful and still about Rahul Dravid, even in a still photograph. Yeah, exactly. So, and I really like that about Rahul Dravid. So when he said that, I was like, you pressed the right nerve. I know where to go with this. Let's do this. And we did one reading together and we were on set after a few weeks. And that's about it. There was no intense process of trying to understand Parth or going into his life. It was more about, we know who this guy is according to the text we have. We know what he's going to say. Let's just figure out how we want to say it, how Dhruv wants to say it for Parth and how Ritwik wants to say it for Parth. And that was easy because we were two people who I think really liked each other on set, off set, Dhruv and I. And we were very clear with our conversations. And I loved the fact कि वो 2-3 शब्द कहता है और सब कुछ समझ में आ जाता है. And I'm not a huge talker. So I like it when people just simply say things that I have to understand and I get it. And I feel like कि वाह ये कौन है जिसने मुझे 5 sentences बोल के नहीं confuse किया, 3 शब्द में समझा दिया करना क्या है. So I guess that camaraderie really just worked for Parth. And I said yes because of that phone call and Rahul Dravid.
Rahul Dravid, no, and now I'm sure it was not Ritwik, it was Rahul Dravid because he was the poster boy during my time. I mean,
yeah,
we all had his posters up, and I totally get that. And Masaba, ऐसे लग रहा है वैसे Dhruv and Ritwik के ऊपर picture you should be directing now, since he's more of his bromance.
I mean, they had a baby in this interview. They are in love with each other. They get it. I'm the third wheel. Clearly, I'm the one who should be like, please, मुझे भी कोई प्यार दे दो.
But nobody's asking. Everybody's telling me how was it like getting selected and how was Dhruv. Here's me asking myself how was it working with Masaba Gupta, and here's me.
I'm just going to come to that, but it's all about Ritwik and Dhruv. Well, Masaba is the missile in the story, yeah.
The missile and ice in the missile which nobody wants, but they have to eat.
Oh no, not at all. I have been saying this to everybody, and I've said it to Masaba also earlier, and I genuinely mean it, that she's one of the warmest people I've met. And generally, and also, you know, Masaba herself says that because she does not have the baggage of trying to sustain as an actor, become an actor, reach there as an actor, she comes with a lot of ease in her performance. And the same thing actually comes out from her personality, you know, because a lot of actors, including me, most of us in new places are a little locked up. You know, we don't open up that easily because we don't know who's going to say what, who's going to think what, and we're constantly conscious. And when I just said hi to Masaba, it was an opposite energy. It was hi. It was so warm. I felt welcomed on that set, you know, because Dhruv and Masaba had been working from the past few days before that, and I just joined in later on, and I felt really welcomed on that set by the way Masaba just approached saying hi to me. And then from there on, we started doing rehearsals. And I figured out in seconds that she's a fantastic actor. I've got to buck up. So then I really just like pulled off my socks and got into it. So, but I really want to thank Masaba for firstly being that warm person on that first day that you were. And till today, you're one of the nicest people I know, one of the nicest co-actors I've worked with. And you're absolutely fantastic. And yes, I always say that nobody should ever come with any expectations about anybody. Hence, I went with zero expectations about Masaba. But now I have huge expectations. I'm a fan, and I want to see what you're going to do from here on as an actor, because you're simply superb.
Oh,
on you. That's very sweet.
I feel so loved in this love triangle.
So missile ko dur karo. But you know, Masaba, what he said, that also came across in your performances, and what I've observed about you over the years is you take things on the chin. You laugh at yourself. You don't take, I'm sure, in your personal space, you might be thinking, ruminating and taking things personally, but the demeanor outside is like, give me anything, I'll just take it on the chin. It's okay, you know, move on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that the person you really are? And that got translated into Sahiba at some level?
You know, I think so, Puja. I feel like I've spent a large chunk of my life, maybe the first, I also started work very early. I started my business when I was 19, right? So the first few years were all self-doubt and who am I? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Where do I belong? All of that, right? And a lot of just like, oh my God, someone said something to me and it probably is a part of my system for the next 1 week. But then suddenly, I think it was 2015 or something, I don't even know what happened, but there was a shift where I said, you know what, enough of this, now let's just take life as it comes. I don't know what it was. I don't know what that shift was. It could have been my divorce, I don't know, but I feel like that was a big turning point in just growing up, you know. And I think that even now, like today, I'm just like, if the other day someone told me, listen, now you're an actor, don't tell anyone your real age. I said, but it's on Wikipedia. What is wrong with you guys? Yeah, I mean, you know, so I don't know, like now it's all that noise has started where they're like, you know, you should do this and you should do that and you should look a certain way or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what, I really want to have fun, man. I want to live life for what it is. I want to enjoy this moment without putting pressure on myself and thinking about what I'm going to do next or who's going to call me tomorrow and say, you know what, you did an amazing job. I genuinely am that kind of person. I have messaged 10 people saying, please watch this film because I want them to watch it. And I'll do it. And it's not out of like, you know, oh, mujhe cast kar do. I'm like, I genuinely want you to see me in this light because you've seen me in another light for 10, 12 years, you know. And I just think that this ability to laugh at myself has come from my mom, to be honest, because she has it in her. Life is better, life is easier to go through when you have the ability to be a bit, you know, the humor should be there. Otherwise, it's so heavy, you know, we're all dealing with so much every day. I don't want to be trapped inside my image. I just want to be, you know, want to flow. So,
you all need to do that. So, I mean, let's have some fun. What is a swipe right for both of you? When? The one thing that will make you swipe right.
I'm waiting for Masaba to answer.
Okay. Honesty. Like cutthroat honesty.
वो कभी-कभी पता नहीं चलता है डेटिंग ऐप में मैं आपको ये बता दूं
अच्छा मुझे क्या पता ना मैं नहीं हूँ डेटिंग ऐप में but okay wait I'm changing my answer somebody who has the ability to just like not put up a filtered beautiful hot photo of themselves like a clear cut picture कि भैया देख लो जो है abs नहीं है skin ऐसा है बाल ऐसा है take me or leave me.
There was a meme which said that you put up a picture of Jennifer Aniston. If you get kidnapped, how will we know who you are?
How will we find you?
Ritwik, what about you?
If the bio says recommend a movie, I would swipe right.
Wow.
Oh my God! No wonder the country's after this boy. He's throwing gems after gems.
He comes up with the best lines, by the way. His one-liners are...
Line lag gayi niche.
Yeah, I know. I told him, is this car covered with lipstick marks? And Masaba, she has a range of lipsticks also. The women can buy
I'll send you
and come
send you some lipsticks and be like, "Jao, Ritwik ke paas."
What I'll do is I'll take the car, I'll keep all of Masaba's products in the car and distribute it to the women. Use this.
Awesome. Okay, since it's also Missile also is a character here, a food fetish that would turn you off or something. Is it important to see your partner eat properly? Because men get put off if women eat very little. This is what I've heard.
Okay, well, I will have that.
Or a food fetish that you have.
Food fetish that I have. I don't know what's a food fetish? Like in the sense.
A food that you don't like or something that you do. Like there's somebody I know who puts shakar in their rajma chawal and eats.
Arey, galat baat.
I'll tell you guys, I have to eat my idli with and poha with like this much ketchup. I put ketchup on everything.
This I've heard.
So do not everything, but so do I. Poha, even idli I can't. Okay, here's the weird thing about me. I actually love eating everything, but I just can't eat idlis. I don't know what it is. I can't. I start getting hiccups and I feel like I'm going to stop breathing. I don't know what it is. There's no food allergy. It's a psychological.
Fermented food, yeah.
Probably that.
Mine is, you know what? Almond toast, guys. Have you all ever had almond toast with butter?
No, I want it.
Banana toast and peanut butter I've had.
Oh, that's too posh. I'm talking about this. This is earthy. This is like hot toast with butter, Amul butter, and like thick chunks of almond.
Maybe you should serve that.
हमारे तरफ से Chef Ranveer Brar को competition देते हुए Masaba Gupta.
Serve karna, yeah. Also, the worst date ever, if you can recall.
I've never had a bad date. I'm going to get that out of the way. Never.
So careful and proper, this boy is.
There's no way. How have you never had a bad date?
Never had a bad date. I mean, I was once on a date where the other person refused to eat or drink anything, and then we went somewhere else where I thought that person might want to eat or drink something, refused again. And everything that I offered was a no, like right from chai, coffee, juice, pani, I don't know, everything was a no. So, but that date still went well. Like the conversations were great.
Right.
I've had a fair share of bad dates. I think just check generally. There was a tennis player who's condescending. I think I said this in the last interview also. There was there was some guy who there was some guy who basically said that because you picked this place, now you pay this entire amount. And he said that. I mean, I'm okay with it, but he said ye itna mehenga jagah tumne pick kiya hai. Ab tum bharo paisa. I am all for equality, but I just think say it in a nicer way. I just didn't like the way it was communicated.
Absolutely. The first thing that you notice about, in your case, a man, and in this case, a woman, first thing that you notice.
How genuinely you laugh. That is if you laugh. If you're laughing at that moment.
Okay. I think how comfortable you are in your, like, you're not fidgety. What do you do with your hands, I guess?
Yeah, I tend to notice nails. It's a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No.
clean nails. They need to be clean.
Yeah, I'm just like, don't be fidgety, and like if you use your pockets a lot, it's like a little bit of a red flag. I think it's nice to just not know and not want to do everything with your hands also.
And one thing that puts you off.
Speakers who don't listen.
Yeah, I would say people who brag, like dropping names.
Just last night, I was like with the PM.
My car, that
Delhi,
car.
Ajao. You're from Delhi. You've also spent some time there. Come to Delhi.
I've been in Delhi for 3 years, Puja. I will not do it again.
You'll hear it. और pronounce भी नहीं करेंगे कौन सा brand है आज देखो जी.
People who brag, people who are like, and I have to say like bad body odor. It really gets me.
Yeah.
Okay, and Mumbai, and since it's a modern love, Mumbai in one word, a thing that a Mumbaiker knows that nobody else would understand. since now you both have chosen.
If only Mumbaikars wanted to talk about it.
What did he say? I didn't even
Only
get it.
Mumbaikars would want to talk about it. I'm
What? Say that again.
Nothing. I'll think of an actual answer. No, something that only Mumbaikars know. I don't think Mumbaikars want to share it. Do they want to share it?
But what?
It's a feeling. It's. I don't know. What do Mumbaikars know that nobody knows about them?
That we are on a treadmill of sorts, I think.
Aren't we all actually? Anywhere you are.
Everywhere, yeah.
Different, yeah. It's got a different pace.
It's a अपना भी treadmill है, but gym थोड़ा अलग है.
It's like
ऐसा कुछ है.
You're constantly on a treadmill. Gradient, slope, flat. It's yeah.
I don't know. I can't seem to. I feel like it's something in between, like all heart, but also kind of heartless in a way. You know, like it's like it's a city where you see but you don't look. I don't know. That's what.
No, actually, that's yeah.
I don't know if any other city of our country knows what it feels like to be filled with the sea and yet be peeking over a mountain, because Bombay's got it both.
Guys, I am retiring from these interviews. Because it's too intelligent for me.
Now.
I'm on a roll.
You are on a roll, man. Honestly. Anyways, before I go, Masaba, we have a hashtag that is complete care for sensitive skin. If you could share your skin hack to keep your skin good,
yes,
feel
please
good.
tell me also.
Terrible. Yeah, please share.
Well, I'm somebody who's actually had a very traumatic skin journey. But yeah, the one hack I will tell you is less is more. Don't over wash your face, don't over hydrate it, don't put too many actives and harsh chemicals on it. This is something that I've seen with so many people. The less you do to your skin and you let it be, the better. But true skin is the best when you work on the inside out. So genuinely, if you eat well and you sleep well and you drink water, I think you're happy. I think your mind should always be at ease.
Absolutely.
It shows on your face.
मैंने लिख लिया, अपने दिमाग में लिख लिया. Thank God I don't have to go through a scientific journey. It's inwards. It's fine. Charity begins at home.
It's so lovely chatting with you. I wish we had met in person. Anyways, there could be a season 2. We'll see what happens to Parth and Saiba. And do they move from Thane? Where else do they go? That would be lovely. And thank you so much, both of you. And I must say, brilliant performances and totally relatable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Bye. Pleasure's mine. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Puja. If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.